Hello, everyone, and thank you for taking time to join me today. I'm honored to present a strategic plan for Tennessee State University, and it's based off of the book entitled Strategic Doing. As the new director of strategy, I'm excited to look for ways to help TSU grow by applying agile leadership across the university, um, and basically looking for ways to improve the university and flexibility in staff and employees. So let's talk a little bit about Tennessee State University. It is a vibrant urban land grant institution. It has a strong legacy of service and academic excellence. It serves a diverse population and it prides itself on nurturing leadership and innovation. This school was started in 1912, and it is a land grant institution, one of two in Tennessee. It's a public HBCU, a historically black college and university that has the capacity to have 8,000 students and approximately 800 employees. And our mission here is to empower students through quality education, innovation, and service. So, one of the very first things that we want to do in order to be successful at developing a strategic plan is understanding who's in our network, who cares that we exist, who do our services benefit. Um, so, we want to strengthen our network. So, for TSU, our network includes our faculty, our students, our alumni, governor partners, and Nashville community. So we want to build trust by setting clear expectations with all of these individuals, celebrating small wins, and creating open feedback channels. So with the Nashville community, one of the things that we want to let them know is that we provide um, GDP, so to speak, to this community. Um, we bring in dollars, when there's events and so forth for our students. We're educating them to go out into the world and be productive members of society. For faculty, we make sure they got a paycheck coming in, and we want our alumni to continually be proud of the institution they came from, and also too, as we create more leaders, and um, then that also helps alumni get better uh, jobs and so forth. When people understand that TSU produces quality education for its students, and the way to build understand our network is to build trust through transparency. We want regular engagement. We want to communicate, and we want to share our wins with people. So, in talking and getting feedback, we don't want the conversation to be one way. We want the conversation to go both ways between the institution itself and our various stakeholders. So, in order to have good dialogue, we need to be able to create safe spaces for conversation. So, I want to promote regular town hall meetings where we can have feedback sessions. Um, Especially sometimes everybody's voice doesn't feel like gets heard, so we want to make sure we include our students. We want to know what are the expectations of our students, what are the expectations of our adjuncts, what are the expectation of our first generation students. So we want to create safe spaces so that people will feel welcomed and invited to come in and speak and communicate with us. So one of the things to do this is to have regular town halls um, here on campus or at other places across the city where people can ask questions and we provide answers. Um, we also want to give the opportunity for faculty and student innovation circles. So this is an opportunity for faculty and students to come together uh, to generate ideas of things that they think would be useful for us to have on campus. And also too, we want to reach those people that may not feel comfortable speaking on a public forum or in a group. So we're going to have some anonymous digital feedback tools available so that those persons can express their concerns or their ideals and do it um, and be anonymous when they do it. So that's important to create these safe spaces so that dialogue can happen both ways between our stakeholders and between us as an institution. So that's very important as we move forward. Um, So also too, we want to be careful of how we phrase things. We always want to phrase things in a positive way instead of a negative way. For instance, instead of asking what's broken, what's wrong, we can ask ourselves what's working for us. What are our strong points? What are our strengths? Instead of just focusing on our weaknesses, and how can we build on our strengths? Um, we can reframe our view of student success. It's not just about getting a student in here, getting them out the door and graduating them, but also too is about lifelong impact. We want them to continue to be a partner with us, and through donations and giving, we want them for their entire life to see a institution that's thriving and not just surviving. Um, so so we want to look at how can we expand student success beyond graduation rates? How do we continue to entertain our alumni, after they graduate? Um, and also too, this encompasses while we have students here, what are the things they're looking for out of life? They want more than just going to class, getting their robe, going across the stage, getting their certificate. They're here to make lifelong friends and perhaps found spouses and uh, develop networks so that they can go out and be successful in the world and find future jobs and employment. So we would want to look at those kind of things and how do we encompass those things into uh, the bigger mission of our institution so that we can always um, continue to have student success. So that's very important to us. That's just one example. Um, so, you know, TSU has remarkable assets already. We have our people, we have partnerships, we have a fantastic history of success. So we'll want to use these things as we move forward strategically and systematically. Um, we want to continue to uncover overlooked strengths across our college, our student organizations, and community alliances. So uh, we're proud of our alumni. Uh, you can get on Facebook and you can see alumni chit chatting about the things going on at TSU. So they are very much engaged. They're very much concerned about this institution. We want to continue to utilize our alumni network. And Nashville is one, Music City is a place to be. So we're happy that the school is located in Nashville and we can take advantage of all of the good growth that's happening here. Also, too, um, we've worked very hard at um, being an institution that does a lot of research. So we have wonderful research partners, and we want to continue to utilize those resources. And not only that, people are proud to say that they graduated from this HBCU and it's a legacy and its identity, and they're excited because they get to recognize TSU's band, TSU's um, gospel choir is all on a national platform. It's known nationally. So that's very exciting. So those are our assets. Uh, People know about Tennessee State University when it comes to talking about HBCUs. Um, so we want to continually talk about and dialogue how do we continually engage all of these assets that we do have for our benefit as we move forward and are thinking strategically. Um, Linking and aligning assets by linking student talent to real world projects and alumni, um, we can turn TSU into a laboratory for innovation. That's the magic of alignment. So, one of the things that you may see that's unique is that there's opportunities perhaps for people that are alumni that's in managerial roles or so forth. They should be able to pull from our talented student pool and give those students opportunities for their first jobs, their first gigs. Um, Also, too, really popular now is the idea of sustainability, uh, being environmentally friendly. So, how do we utilize our engineering students, so forth, to go out to the world and actually deploy these kind of ideals and these concepts so that they can already begin working on sustainability for Nashville, for the state of Tennessee, for the country, for the whole world, um, how do we align our students and our alumni, for maybe networking and also just conversation and mentoring. So it's very important that we're able to do that. So one of the very first things that you're going to see happen on campus would be this decision team, and it would explore using a two by two matrix. And basically, that is looking at the impact versus the effort. So we have our Big Easy, and it's a student innovation incubator. It's low cost but high impact, and it's going to be housed within the business school. And so Um, this is a team of people. It's going to have one student leader, one faculty rep per college, two alumni entrepreneurs, and one civic partner. So, as you can see, this two by two metrics is pulling together uh, different stakeholders, and they're going to be talking and discussing ideals. How do we move forward, um, and different ways to benefit the school. So. That's one of the first things you'll see. Simple, easy, low cost. So we want to use clear metrics to track our progress. We want to not just talk, but we want to walk the walk. We want to transform our ideals into actions. Uh, every strategy, it should have a measurable result. So some of our metrics can be student satisfaction. Are students happy coming to campus? What do they think about the food service? Are they satisfied with are they satisfied with the organizations on campus so that they can network, make friends? Retention rates, you know, are students matriculating well from freshman year to sophomore year and so forth? How can these be improved? We'll probably look at different demographics. How do males compare to females, or by race or by ethnicity? Um, Also, too, we want to consider our students getting internships, because internships lead to permanent jobs, and permanent jobs, that's what they're here for. They're here ultimately to get a career. Also, too, our metrics, uh, are our alumni engaged with the school? Are they donating funds? Are they voicing concerns? Do we have avenues so that they can meet and keep in contact with one another? First, one of our first projects to launch is going to be Tiger Next. And this is specifically for student-led innovation. And we're going to target 90-day sprints. Um, so we're trying to look at big projects in short amount of times or in short bursts to come up with different ideals. We're looking for business ideas. We're looking for research prototypes. We're looking for community projects. What do our students want out of us? And then they give us these ideals in 90 days, and how fast can we flip those ideals and turn them around, to improve campus life for our students. And as we achieve these different goals, our students are going to feel successful, the staff will feel successful. So is I'm very excited about Tiger Next and that project. um Also too is I keep mentioning over and over again, shared leadership, um which already campuses already do a great job of shared leadership, in the sense that there's a lot of committees, for students and faculty and staff to be involved in, to get their voices heard. But we want to make sure that everybody has an opportunity to take advantage of those. Um, um, we want to make sure our students and faculty and staff are very involved. Their voices are heard. One way to do this is through leadership retreats. So we look forward to that. Um, we're going to use tools such as RACI. Um, and this is a tool. It let us know who's responsible for this task, who can we hold accountable, who consulted, and who was informed about these different ideals or concepts. So um, it's a tool to organize the people so that we can have shared leadership and that we can make sure all our voices are heard. Um, Next, we want to mention that feedback is ultimately what contributes to improvement across campus. So we want to know from our stakeholders, how well are we doing? Are we meeting your needs? Are we meeting your expectations? Are we exceeding your expectations? Or did we fail miserably at meeting your expectations? We need to know this information. So every 30 days or so, there's going to be different surveys sent out. Um, Maybe about the different events across campus, or um, just a general questions about campus life. How well are we doing with financial aid? How well are we doing with student account services, answering the phone when people call or individuals call? Um, Also, too, you can post concerns on TSU's website. There's a dashboard right there. And also, too, quarterly there'll be reflection workshops. So I keep saying it over and over again. We're looking for a two-way street between um, the institution and all those that have a stake in this institution, so that all the voices are being heard both ways. So we want that feedback, because it lets us know what we're doing right, and we can pat ourselves on the back, and we can also know what we're doing wrong. It gives us an opportunity to fix it and correct it. So the next slide is called Sustaining Network Health. Healthy networks adapt. So we're going to be training internal facilitators in this material called Strategic Doing. We want these ideals or this concept from this book, and these ideals that I'm sharing, to be embedded into our culture. We want it to be who we are. We want to be moving strategically. We want to make sure that all our partners are involved, all our stakeholders. So once again, to sustain these networks, we're going to have mentorship programs, partnership summits, um, strategic doing facilitators across departments. We want people to understand, this is who we are. We're always thinking strategically. So, in conclusion, and ours, to summarize, this strategy will help Tennessee State University innovate from within, um, to begin to embrace agile leadership and collaboration. We will empower our community to turn ideals into lasting impact. And so we'll be activating those assets that we have, our partners and alumni and legislation body, um, empower cross-sector teams, and we want to make innovation systemic. We want to find patterns and keep trucking along and create new ideals as the world keeps changing and policies keep changing and the world keeps evolving. We want to be on the forefront and strategically in how we want to move forward, utilizing all of our strengths and our partnerships. Thank you so much for your time. Again, my name is Terrell Bell. I can be reached at 502-555-0152. And my email account is tebell86@yahoo.com. And I hope you enjoyed the presentation on strategic doing and how we are going to make it applicable to the Tennessee State University.